hugs from Vienna, Austria. We are on spread 26 of Junk Journal with me, and I'm doing the prompt for Junk Journal in January, which is called Incorporate Mail for today. And I wanted to include this beautiful paper clip from my lovely pen pal Emma, who I've just recently started pen paling with. And the card that you saw, the thank you card, was from a teacher that I worked with until end of last year. So I wanted to incorporate both of these, and here I found the page I wanted to work on, and I'm clipping on the card, and voila, there's your spread for today. Okay, I'm kidding. I will do a little bit more, but I must say I was under a lot of time pressure when I did this. So I only had like 30 minutes for the filming, which is a lot less than I usually have for a spread. So I felt stressed and rushed for this one. Yeah, I did what I could with the time I had, so please excuse me if this is not as elaborate as my other videos. I hope you still enjoy it, and I hope you still find some inspiration. So I decided to incorporate the left side of the spread as well, and found this illustration of some wildflowers from a vintage book that I just cut down now to fit the page. And here what you can see are some lovely fabric washi tape strips from Amity Bloom. I'm sure a lot of you know Amity Bloom. She makes the most amazing journals and ephemera. And I bought these from her Etsy shop. She has, I think, 2 different collections out by now of these fabric washi tapes, and they are fabulous. I absolutely love the designs. I love that you can just they're fabric, but they stick like stickers, and they are very sticky, in fact. And I really adore these. I've used this in quite a few of my spreads, also in my other junk journals or other traveler's notebooks, actually. So I can highly recommend them if you like these sort of things. I will link the Etsy shop of hers with these below. So here I just had to cover up some of the illustrations that were in the background because I didn't think that they fit the spread. So once I started covering those up, I wanted to add some more washi and some other spots on the page. And the reason why I'm not using regular washi for this is because this just adds another texture, and of course it has more of a 3D effect than a regular washi would. But I really always enjoy having a variation of textures in a spread if that's possible. So now I'm just gluing that last one down as well. And that works out nicely. So now I'm just going to glue down that illustration of the flowers, just using some liquid glue, which is actually this tacky glue, which I don't recommend to do. I did it because I was trying to glue it over the fabric washi, but it made the illustration a little bit wavy. So maybe the better option would be a double-sided tape. Okay, so now I wanted to add a word, and so I'm using my wonderful Recollections clickable alpha stamps, and I wanted to add the word grateful, or so grateful actually I wanted to add, but I had to find the right paper that had the right hue. So I chose this one, which is a vintage book page as well, and I'm using my, I think it's called Sky Blue Archival ink, and I'm forming the word grateful. And as I was forming it, I all of a sudden wasn't sure about the spelling for some reason, so I actually looked it up in the end, and then I think I have the correct spelling now. So I added that, And then I'm just going to tear that out, because if you've watched me, you know I like my torn edges. And I'm not even gonna ink this time. Just gonna leave it as is, because I'm trying to keep things fairly simple. So I like how that looked, and I thought I was gonna use the so, as in so grateful, but I didn't like that up there, so I just discarded that, and now I'm just gluing that down. And that's it for the left side. And for the right side, all I'm going to do is add a more interesting background to the card. And I'm just going to add my wonderful, wonderful scripty washi tape. And what I should have done is I should have added a white background, a white background to that coffee dyed paper, because that would have looked nicer under this transparent washi, but I didn't have the time, so I left it as is. And I also didn't like that it had the edge, and I didn't want to include like a strip of that washi, because I don't think it would have looked nicely. So I just decided to cut down the page to make it fit the washi. Luckily I had nothing on the other side, so I could easily do that. So there you have it. That's the spread. Sorry it wasn't more intricate this time, as I said. So hope you enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye.